Your bank account shows $847. You're 28. You should have 50K by now. You close the app and don't open it again for 3 days. Rewind. Month 1. The job offer arrives on a Tuesday, $65,000 a year. The city is expensive. You've heard the stories. But the company is real. The title is real. Your friends text, "Congratulations." Your mom calls, "I'm so proud." You say yes before you finish reading the email. You arrive on a Saturday. The apartment is small, 650 square feet. The rent is $1,800 a month. That's 33% of your gross income. The recommended max is 30%. You're just over. The landlord hands you the lease. You sign it without doing the math. "You sure about this?" your best friend asks over FaceTime. She's looking at apartments in Austin. Rent there is $200. "I can handle it," you say. You move in on Sunday. Your bed takes up half the bedroom. Your clothes fill one closet. The kitchen is narrow. The bathroom is clean. You stand in the center of the living room and think, "I made it. This is the beginning." Your first paycheck arrives. After taxes and rent, you have $2,800 left for everything else. Food, transport, phone, utilities, savings. You do the math in your head and decide not to finish it. But here's what you don't know yet. The rent increase is already scheduled. The market is moving faster than your salary ever will. And staying in this apartment will cost you far more than money. The context, you didn't know. You don't realize you're walking into a market engineered to trap you. Rents in this city have risen 27% since 2020. The landlord knows this. He knows demand is inelastic. People need housing. They can't just leave. Vacancy rates sit at 3%. That means 97% of apartments are occupied. There's nowhere else to go. The median home costs $400,000. To qualify for a mortgage, you need $110,000 a year in income. You make $65,000. You're $45,000 short. Your friends in cheaper cities, Austin, Nashville, Denver, they're already saving down payments. You're still deciding between groceries and utilities. You don't know this yet, but your $1,800 lease is the baseline for every financial decision you'll make for the next 3 years. It's not a choice. It's a trap disguised as opportunity. Just a few years, you told yourself when you signed. Build the resume, then move somewhere cheaper. But the market doesn't work that way. The trap was built before you arrived, and in 3 months, it will tighten. Month 12. The lease renewal notice arrives on a Wednesday. You open it in the hallway. Rent jumps to $2,050. That's a 14% increase. Your salary hasn't moved. Groceries cost more. Your car insurance went up $18 last month. You stare at the number and do the math. $2,050 times 12 is $2,400 to $600 a year. You make $65,000 gross. After taxes, you're left with $48,000. Rent alone takes half of what you actually keep. You call your best friend.
"It's market rate."
You tell her, repeating what you read online. "Everyone's paying it, so move," she says. "Moving costs $3,500. Deposit, first month, last month, broker fee." You've already done this math. Staying is cheaper. Silence on the other end. You sign the renewal that night. Your hands don't shake. You've already absorbed the first hit. The second one feels inevitable. You cut back on eating out. You stop buying coffee. You tell yourself it's temporary. The market will cool. You'll move soon. This is just a year or two. But here's what you don't realize. You've just accepted that rent increases are normal, unavoidable. Next time, it will be easier to say yes. The trap doesn't spring all at once. It tightens one small decision at a time. Month 18. The trap closes. The lease renewal arrives. Rent is $2,200. You sit on your bed and do the math one more time. Moving costs $3,500. Deposit, first month, last month, broker fee. Staying is cheaper. The math doesn't lie. You're no longer choosing to stay. You're trapped by the cost of leaving. You post on housing apps that night, looking for roommate, 650 SQF to 100 month. 3 days later, Marcus moves in. He's 24, works in tech, keeps his stuff contained. He's not the problem. The problem is that your bedroom door now closes on a room that isn't yours anymore. Your best friend visits on a Saturday. She sees the setup. Your bed in the smaller room, Marcus's door across the hall. She doesn't say anything. You see her face anyway. "You good?" Marcus asks later, passing you in the kitchen. "Yeah, just tired." You're not tired. You're trapped. Your rent is $100 now. Manageable. But your privacy is gone. Your apartment is gone. Your space is gone. You've traded dignity for math. The trap has moved from financial to structural. Every exit is sealed. Every option is closed. And this is when most people stop fighting it. Year 3. The erosion. You're 28 now. Rent is $2,400 with the roommate split. You've been here 3 years. You stop mentioning buying a home. You stop looking at cheaper cities. You become someone who just lives here. Your identity shifts quietly, from ambitious young professional to person who can't afford basic milestones. You've spent 3 years of your 20s paying someone else's mortgage. You'll never get those years back. You won't buy a home until 35, if at all. The financial cost is $100,000 plus. The psychological cost is the death of the timeline you imagined. You're not broke. You're trapped. And the trap has become so normal you've stopped fighting it. Here's the question. At what point did the trap become invisible to you? Next, we're breaking down how this same mechanism works in healthcare, where being covered actually means being completely exposed. That's it for this one.